The T-29 Heavy Tank is one of those fascinating pieces of military engineering that came too late to see action in World War II but still managed to leave a mark in tank development history. It was an American prototype heavy tank developed during the later stages of the war, designed to counter the increasing threat of heavily armored German tanks like the Tiger II. While it never reached mass production, the T-29 represents an ambitious leap in armored warfare thinking during its time. At a glance, the T-29 is massive, visually imposing with thick, sharply angled armor and a prominent turret that gives it an unmistakable silhouette. Its hull design borrowed heavily from the M26 Pershing, but it was stretched and reinforced to support both the weight of the armor and its massive 105mm T5E1 gun. That gun is one of the T-29's standout features. It was capable of delivering high-velocity rounds with impressive penetration, designed specifically to take on heavy armor targets. The gun's firepower was backed by a sophisticated fire control system for the era, including a coincidence rangefinder, which improved long-distance accuracy, a rare feature at the time. Weighing over 64 tons, the T-29 was powered by a 4GAC V12 engine, delivering around 770 horsepower. While that was enough to get it moving, mobility was not the tank's strong suit. Its speed topped out at roughly 35 km/h, about 22 miles per hour, which was acceptable for a heavy tank but far from nimble. Suspension was torsion bar-based, helping it handle rough terrain better than earlier designs, but it still required significant logistical support to operate effectively. Crew layout in the T-29 was another point of interest. It had a 5-man crew: commander, gunner, loader, driver, and assistant driver radio operator. Space inside was reasonably well allocated, especially considering the size of the armament and the amount of ammunition carried. One particularly innovative addition was the use of an electric gun rammer to help load the large shells more efficiently, reducing fatigue for the loader and increasing the rate of fire. In terms of protection, the T-29 was built like a bunker on tracks. The front hull armor measured up to 102 mm thick, with the turret front boasting as much as 279 mm combined with sloped surfaces. This made it a very tough nut to crack, at least theoretically. It also had a fully cast turret, a technique that allowed for better ballistic shaping and fewer welds, increasing durability under fire. Despite its strengths, the T-29 never made it to the battlefield. The end of World War II halted production, and with the changing nature of armored warfare during the Cold War, the emphasis shifted toward faster, more versatile main battle tanks. Still, the T-29 served as an invaluable testbed. Lessons learned from its development directly influenced future tank designs, including components and design philosophies seen in the M103 and even early M60 models. What makes the T-29 unique today is not just its specs but its legacy. Several surviving prototypes are preserved in museums, drawing attention from military historians, tank enthusiasts, and even video game communities where the T-29 has gained a second life. In games like World of Tanks, the T-29 is often portrayed as a formidable heavy tank with a balance of armor and firepower that make it a fan favorite. Ultimately, the T-29 Heavy Tank stands as a symbol of what might have been an over-engineered powerhouse built for a war that ended just before it could prove itself. It reflects a transitional moment in tank design where firepower and armor reached new heights, even as the world was moving toward a new era of mechanized warfare.